Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom, shalom to the Torah Shaziyah, giving, of course, all honor, glory, and praise unto the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Mahashiach, Yahweh Shah. That's all praises, honor, and glorification unto the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Mahashiach, Yahweh Shah, who the world refers to as Jesus Christ, and He is the Savior of the nation of Israel. All right. As you can see, the title of this video is going into our kingdom is not of this world. What that basically implies or means is that basically, the kingdom of the Most High, right? It hasn't been it hasn't came yet. Salaki, it hasn't came into fruition yet, right? As a whole, we know that the Most High said, or Salaki, Yahweh Shah rather, in the spirit of the Most High, He said that we're the kingdom, right? Don't look there or there, right? Roughly paraphrasing, not to look here or there, but the kingdom of the Most High is within you, right? In the book of Luke. But we understand that our kingdom is not of this world. Let's go to the book of John, chapter 18, verse 36, right? The physical kingdom, right? Our physical kingdom is not of this world, right? It's of the world to come. Let's go to the book of John, chapter 18, verse 36. Yahweh Shah answered, my kingdom is not of the world. Slakia, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. You see? So when Yahweh Shah was being basically questioned by Pilate, hey, Yahweh Shah straight up told Pilate, man, my kingdom is not of this world, right? I don't care about this world, right? This world is about to pass away. My kingdom is going to come to in the world to come, right? My kingdom is going to be installed in the world to come. You know what I'm saying? Because let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Basically, Ezra is asking the Lord about the end of the world, right? The end times. Verse 8, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. This is true. When you read that account in the book of Genesis chapter 25, verses 21 on down, when Esau was born, Esau and Jacob were born, you can read that account on your own. When as Esau was coming out of the womb of Rebekah, the wife of Isaac, on his heel was Jacob's hand, right? And that's symbolic for something. Let's keep reading. Verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So Esau symbolizes the end of the world, right? That's symbolic, basically scene, right? Of how Jacob had his hand on Esau's heel. That is symbolic for what? Esau being the end of the world. We're at the heel of Esau right now, right? We're at the heel of Esau right now, all right? Meaning the bottom, you know what I'm saying? We're at the bottom of his empire. Just when you read that account in the book of Daniel, Salakia, let me get that real quick. Daniel, we're at the toes, we're at the feet, you know what I'm saying? We're at the heel. That's the bottom of your body, you know what I'm saying? When you go from top to bottom, the top of your body is your head, right? As you go down, the bottom of your body would be your heels, the bottom of your foot, the sole, et cetera, right? That would be your the bottom. Because when you go to the book of Daniel chapter 2 and verse 42, it says, and as the toes of the feet were parts of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. You see that? And so we're at the bottom. We're at the bottom of that right now. We're at the bottom of when you read this account, this is an image that I believe Nebuchadnezzar saw in a dream. It was an image of a man, which is basically symbolic for the various kingdoms and empires of this world. You know what I'm saying? Starting at the head, which will be Babylon, right? I believe, and going on down, it'll be just going on down. It will be those various kingdoms of this world, right? But let me go to Daniel chapter 2 and actually verse 44, right? This is a classic, Daniel 2 and 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, right? And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. You see that? This is the kingdom that we're seeking for. because we know that our kingdom right now, the physical kingdom, is not of this world, man. We're not gonna sit up here and start going to Israel and start fighting all the damn Israelis and the Jewish people and the damn Amalekites, Salakia, that Amalek that's there. We're not gonna sit up here and overthrow America. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody's gathering their guns. We're going to the gun shops, going to the shooting ranges. You know, we're getting all the necessary tools to now finally overthrow America. We're not about to sit up here and do that and waste our time like that, man. Because guess what? The Lord said, hey, what the Lord said, let's go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, right? Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 60, the classic, right? And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. This word Egypt is basically symbolic for what? Slavery, captivity. When you read that in the book of Exodus chapter 20, verse 2, Egypt is synonymous with the word bondage, all right? It says, you know, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So we understand that this word Egypt is not a literal Egypt, but it's a spiritual Egypt. When you read the account in the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verses 8 on down, it literally calls America or a mystery Babylon, right? Spiritually, Sodom and Egypt. So we understand that certain lands and geographical locations can have spiritual names. So this word Egypt is not the literal Egypt, because when you even read in history, biblical history, even secular history, both kingdoms, Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, never went into Egypt in slavery, right, together. Only here in the Americas, all right? Deuteronomy 28:68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there, so when you get to the land of your captivity, right, ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. Here's the point, and no man shall buy you. No man's going to be able to redeem you out of your condition, out of your captivity, right? No man. But guess what? Yahweh Shah, Salakia, the Most High, he said he will save us, right? Let's go to the book of Isaiah chapter 33. That's why we can't look, every damn slave rebellion that we had with Nat Turner in the mid 1800s, right? Nat Turner, every damn, you know, Martin Luther King Jr., Marcus Garvey, Medgar Evers was the leader of the NAACP, right? During the 1950s, I believe, right? Every, you know, so-called black savior that we had here in America, it never worked successfully. Why? Because the Lord said, no man shall buy you. No man is going to be able to redeem you out of your captivity, but only me. You know what I'm saying? Only the Most High, right? Let's go to the book of Isaiah chapter 33 and verse, let me find this. Isaiah 33 and 22. Our praises. For the Lord is our judge. Yahweh is our lawgiver. Yahweh is our king. He will save us. So the Lord said, look, hey, the Lord, he's going to save us. So that's why we got to rely on him. We got to be on our best, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? We got to be on our best terms. Like, yeah, we got to be on our best terms with the Most High, because he's the one that has that power to save. All right. So in Daniel chapter 2, verse 44, right, it talks about a kingdom being set up, which is the kingdom of the Most High, right? And it's going to break in pieces all these other kingdoms. That's why our kingdom is not of this world. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, let's go to the book of Acts real quick. Let's see if you want to try to, you know, because you actually during the time of Acts you had a certain group called the Zealots, also known as the Sicarii. You know what I'm saying? And the Sicarii was a group of Zealots, basically Israelites. And you know, you have also a Sicarii camp, you know, as of today. But the Sicarii I'm talking about is the ancient organization, which were basically assassins who were trying to overthrow the Roman government, if I'm not mistaken. Right? You can even read about that. But let's go to the book of Acts chapter 5. The thing is, we're not trying to sit up here and try to just take this world. You know what I'm saying? That's what Yahweh Shah is saying in John 18 and 36. You know, if my kingdom were of this world, my servants would fight, guaranteed. You know, Peter, he was ready to get down. Right? Peter, he took out his sword and started and smote a high servant, Slakia, I believe it was a high servant's ear, right? Caiaphas. He took it off, man, right? But guess what? In John 18:11, Yahushua said what? Slaki, let me just get that real quick. Now let's go to Acts. Right? And the apostles, they were ready to fight too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the angels, hey, if Yahushua, like Yahushua said, and I believe in the account of Matthew, you know, when Yahushua was being interrogated, Yahushua said that, look, I can just call a legion of angels right now and they'll help me. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? I'm not trying to do that because my kingdom is not of this world. All right. I'm not trying to take this world over because we know that this world is nothing. We're waiting for better things to come. Let's go to John chapter 18, verse 11. Right? Salakia. I'm going to start at verse 10. John 18:10. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it and smote the high priest's servant and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus. Right? Salakia, Malchus. Right? Then said Yahushua unto Peter, put up thy sword into the sheath. The cup which my father hath given me, shall I not drink it? So Yahushua literally commanded Peter to, hey, stop that. Put up your sword. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gave me a cup. I got to drink that thing. You know what I'm saying? I got to die for the nation of Israel. Right? And we're not about to sit up here and try to overthrow the government. You know what I'm saying? We're going to sit up here and try to get the kingdom of the Most High. Right? Through the Spirit. We're willing, right? Let's go to the book of Acts chapter 6. So like Acts chapter 5 and verse 36. For before these days rose up Theudius, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who were slain, and as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught. Right? Salakia. Oh, Salakia, I want the other account. Salakia. Right? I want the other account. When he goes to Acts, right? Yeah, Paul. This is Acts. Right. I think I might have to look it up for the sake of time. By the time constraint. I may have to look it up. Okay, let's go to the book of Acts chapter 21 and verse 37, right? Acts chapter 21, verse 37. And as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captains, may I speak unto thee? Who said, canst thou speak Greek? So Paul was talking to this man, and this man asked the chief captain. The chief captain asked Paul, can you speak Greek? Right? Verse 38. Art not thou that Egyptian which before these days made us an uproar and led us out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers? Right? So one, Paul was mistaken for an Egyptian. That just shows you what kind of color Paul was. The ancient Egyptians were dark-skinned people, right? They were dark-skinned people. So if Paul is being mistaken for an Egyptian, that would make Paul what? A little dark-skinned, right? So, but this man, he's asking, or basically, he's referring to a certain Egyptian that made an uproar and tried to overthrow the government. And so, because of that, look, you can't just you can't just overthrow the government. The Lord's not dealing with that, right? The Lord is not dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is not dealing with trying to take this world, right? Because guess what? In this world, we don't have anything, right? We're not trying to rule in this world. We're trying to rule in the world to come, right? Let's go to the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So we see that all these things are about to be passed away. We see that everything here is about to be passed away, destroyed, and thrown into damn fire, in nuclear fire. You know what I'm saying? So we see that all these things are going to be dissolved. What manner of persons are we to be? Should we be a damn Negro in the world? Should we be damn doing what the hell we want? No, right? We should be in all holy conversation and godliness, right? Repenting daily and trying to increase more and more, right? Through the Spirit. Verse 12. Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So the elements are going to melt with fervent heat. This fervent heat is being Slakia will be created by the thermonuclear warfare that's coming, right? Verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So we look for a new heaven and a new earth, right? We're not looking at this world and being like, hey, we could try to take down America by ourselves, right? We try to take down America. We try to move back to Israel. Hey, every black Hebrew Israelite, every Hebrew Israelite is moving to damn Israel, right? Let's go to Israel, and we're gonna restore the kingdom right then and there. No, we waiting on Yahweh Ba'ashem Mashak Yavashah. All right, we waiting on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yavashah. We waiting for that new heaven and the new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Because guess what? In one fold, the Lord, He's going to do it for us. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do it for us. Did not the Lord say in the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 12, that actually in Isaiah chapter 16, verse 10, right? That the sons of the strangers are going to build up our walls, right? So the Lord, the Lord got it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has everything on a time scale. The Lord didn't require of us in this day and age to be trying to overthrow the damn government. You know what I'm saying? Try to take the kingdom ourselves. No, the Lord always, the same requirement that we had 4,000 years ago is the same requirement that we have right now. To keep the commandments, right? To keep the commandments. The Lord said in Matthew chapter 19, verse 16 through 17, right? Why callest thou me good? There's none good but one, that is the Most High. But if thou will enter into life, keep the commandments. He didn't say keep the commandments and also get you an AK-47 and start killing the damn Edomites and other nations, rounding up the coons. As much as we would like to, we're not doing that right now. We're staying in order, and we're trying to keep the commandments to the best of our ability so that we can get out of here, so that our kingdom will be established in a world that has righteousness in it, right? Because remember, the Lord is going to renew the earth. Because this earth right now is defiled. You know what I'm saying? This earth right now is defiled. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 5, right? The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant, right? So this earth right now is defiled. We're not trying to have this earth, right? We want a new earth, a renewed earth. We're not going to have, like the Lord, He's not going to make a damn new planet. That's not what it's talking about. The Lord is going to just renew this earth, right? Because remember, the Lord said in the book of Psalms that the earth He has given to the sons of men, right? But the heavens is for basically the Lord, roughly paraphrasing. So He gave us this earth. But guess what? Right now, it's defiled. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to have that. We're trying to have a renewed one, We're trying to have a renewed one. And so the Lord is going to renew this earth, just like it says in the book of Ezekiel, right? Let me see if I can get that. In the book of Ezekiel, when we return back to our land and in the kingdom of heaven, right? When the kingdom of heaven is being established, guess what? Instead of there being a wilderness in our land, it's going to be like the Garden of Eden. That's what it says in the book of Ezekiel, right? So we're trying to have that. If we go to Israel right now, it's all damn defiled. You got the damn homosexuals in Tel Aviv, right? You got the land that doesn't look good at all, right? The damn grass is not growing, right? There's no vegetation like it used to be. Damn, the Jordan River, right? It's like drying up. Euphrates River's dried up. You know what I'm saying? According to prophecy in Revelation chapter 16, right? So we're not trying to have that. This earth is defiled with carbon dioxide, and we're waiting for the Lord to just renew all that. You know what I'm saying? Make all things new, like it says in the book of Isaiah, right? That's what we're trying to have, right? So again, our kingdom is not of this world. All right, our kingdom is not of this world. Let's go to the book of John. Salaki, let me just knock out these precepts real quick, and I'm gonna close out, right? John chapter 6 and verse 14. Right, John 6 and 14. Then those men when they had seen the miracle that Yahweh did, said, "This is of a truth that prophet that should come into the world." So everybody, so after Yahweh did this miracle, you know, a lot of people were like, "Man, this is the prophet. This is a prophet that's spoken in Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 18. This is the man that has been talking about in Isaiah chapter 53." Hey, they started to realize that, right? Verse 15. When Yahweh therefore perceived that they would come and take him by force to make him a king, he departed again into a mountain himself alone. So when he knew that they were going to try to make him be a king at that point, he departed to a mountain. He ran away. He got away. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? He understands that he's not trying to be king over this wicked world, right? He's trying to be king in New Jerusalem, right? So come on, let's go to the book of Hebrews chapter 13 verse 14. Hebrews 13 and 14, it says, "For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come." We don't have any continuous city right here, right? Our kingdom is not here right now. You know, like it says in the book of Micah chapter 4 verse 10, you know, "Rise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." We don't have any rest here. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verses 66 on down. You know, we don't have any rest here. Our kingdom is not here, right? And we don't have to damn fly over Israel to get the kingdom, you know, because the Lord, he got everything under control, right? So we don't seek. So we seek a city for us to come in the next world. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the book of, right? I'm almost done. Let's go to the book of Daniel chapter 7, right? Daniel chapter 7 verse 14. It says, "And there was given him dominion and glory in a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which should not be destroyed." So this is the Lord, the Most High Yahweh, giving Yahweh the kingdom of heaven, right? And so from that point on, right, that's the kingdom that we're trying to get. That's our kingdom right there, right? Because remember, the Lord, and the Lord, you know, the Lord's kingdom is the Lord's kingdom, but he's also going to share it with us. He's going to share it with the nation of Israel, his own people, right? His own children, right? Because what did it say in the book of Luke, right? It's lucky. And then I'm gonna close out soon, right? Luke chapter 12, right? And verse 31. "But rather seek ye the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." You see that? The Lord said it's your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, right? So come. And the kingdom, you know, is for the Lord, but it's also for us, right? And so we seek that to come, in our kingdom of the Lord, or the kingdom of heaven, is not of this world, right? Our kingdom is in the world to come. All right, so in Khan, Shalom, Gospel Elect 144. Shalom to anyone that's on the live stream. The water for watching. Lord willing, this was edifying, right? Lord willing, this was edifying. So with that, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashak Yabashah. All right, like I said it again, Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom. Kwam Yashala.